Back at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, we're here for yet another match of the HBL Pakistan Super League, and it's Peshawar Zalmi in action once again after what we saw yesterday, and they are up against Islamabad United. Welcome to pitch side. Now, Zalmi didn't really get a chance to recover because they played a game yesterday. They're back here today, whereas Islamabad United obviously had a bit of a break. The news from their centre obviously is that Alex Hales is not playing, so how will that affect their combination? Whereas from a Zalmi's perspective, you know, they obviously have concerns with regards to their bowling. We saw that they nearly conceded 211 runs. So plenty of things to think about for both the camps. And to talk us through, I've got Marina Iqbal and Waqar Yunus. Marina, great day for Zalmi yesterday. The result was in their favour. It was a close game, went down to the last over. But you've got to talk about how their opening partnership has been working so well for them. In particular, Saim Ayub's innings from yesterday was special.
We all know that Saim is a special player, and the best thing I like about him that he doesn't rely on whatever the situation is. He follows his instinct, and that's another thing. I had a word with him and he said that I understand my role up front alongside with Babar, that they have to provide that solid opening foundation, and that's where the rest of the team builds up. But he's technically sound. That's the best thing I like about him. And again, whenever he wants to accelerate, he can. And overall, if you look, even there are dot balls. If the ball is in zone, he will go after it. And that's the best thing for a T20 player.
I like that point that you made, that, you know, he has that ability to switch gears because you need that in T20. But Waqar bhai, another thing that we've seen with Saim Ayub is that he seems to have tremendously improved his fielding.
Yeah.
If we see what happened in the previous game, just his energy in the field.
Yes, Zainab, when you get runs, it rubs on you. You feel good factor cricket is, and him being out in the field, he had a terrible fielding in Australia just recently in a Test match cricket, but. Yeah, fielding is one thing. You work hard, you can really improve even if you don't have talent. And he has got talent. It's not that he's not talented. He has shown that he can throw the ball, he can get those run-outs, and he can sort of field at any place. He's very quick on his feet and gets to the ball quickly. He's not a big unit. He's not a big guy, so makes it a little easier. But his throw is really quick. His throw is really rocket.
All right, we'll have to see how he fares today. He's had some good partnerships with Babar Azam. They seem to be going off really well. But earlier today, we had the toss and Shadab Khan's Islamabad United won the toss and they elected to field first. Really good friends they are, Shadab Khan and Babar Azam. We've seen their camaraderie in the past as well. But teams seem to be opting to field first. We'll have to wait and see if any changes have been made. Peshawar Zalmi, though, Marina, are going completely unchanged.
Yeah, I think there are no surprises. Obviously, they are backing the playing 11 that won last night. But I do have some concerns in terms of the consistency of the fast bowling, especially in particular up front as well and in the death overs. But I think they should have revisited their execution and will come up better. But up top, it's all sorted and they are all in good nick, especially Powell. He can make an impact.
You were talking about that top order. That's the one area where Islamabad United also needs some runs, Waqar.
Yeah, they're going to miss Alex Hales. I think he is one player who's a game changer. And Haider Ali getting an opportunity, I think that's a big opportunity for him. He's been on the sideline for a long period now. He's a too good a player to be sitting on the bench. And then, of course, bringing in Kyle Mills, I think that's going to be a real big boost. They're probably one team which has got real good balance with the two spinners, Shadab and Ahmad in the side. I think it makes a big difference. And I know they like playing in their own fashion, in their own brand, but sometimes you got to understand pitches, are getting a little slow now. Sometimes you have to be smart, sensible to tackle those situations. And today they're bowling first, and I think Babar Azam will be happy with that because Babar's team last night, they were out there in the field, in the second inning, and they probably needed a little bit more rest, and I think that will do them.
What about Rovman Powell then from yesterday's game? Just his contributions so far for his side. I mean, it's just so important, the number that he comes in and his ability to hit big.
I think he's a gift for any captain to have in their batting lineup. He can click and he can go about his business from ball one. And the way he batted yesterday, I think he was clear about his role, and it's so hard to ball at him because it's not just about power hitting, it's all about the range of shots he has. He can take you on towards the offside, he can hit you straight down the ground, and even into the leg side. So that's impeccable power hitting. That's the sort of guy you want in your side.
He's one player, you know, if you give a good start up front, and him coming at number 3, 4, whatever number you send him, is such a clean striker, such a good striker of the ball, that he can really put bowling under pressure. Doesn't matter how good a bowling you have, he can put teams under pressure. So if Babar and Saim Ayub can put up a good partnership up front, he'll be very, very lethal again.
Yeah.
Peshawar Zalmi, one thing that has really sort of stood out for them over the years is that they seem to back youth, you know, under the mentorship of Darren Sammy. If you look at Saim Ayub or Babar Azam's there with him, then you've got the likes of Muhammad Haris. So that top order is full of young guys who've shown us a lot of talent in the last few years.
I think that's what Pakistan Super League is all about. I mean, yes, you do understand you need your match winners, you need your senior players, but it's also about providing the opportunity, the platform for the young players as well. And we've seen that we've got Mohammad Dishan in the head, Ali Raza from Under-19 World Cup. They've got them also, and it's a brilliant opportunity for the young ones to learn from this sort of the environment they've been provided. And Darren Sammy is all about talking with those young ones and giving them a taste of international cricket.
Impressed with the pace attack of Islamabad United, led by Naseem Shah?
Always. I mean, I think he's a complete bowler. Unfortunately, you know, gone through a few injuries in his short career, and I'm sure once he gets going, the way he bowls, the lengths he bowls early on with the new ball, you know, he's a wicket taker, a genuine wicket taker. So that is a big plus with him, with Kyle Mills, and of course the others, especially the two spinners. I think they've got a very, very good bowling lineup.
Can Zalmi make any adjustments in their bowling, just in terms of how they've been executing their plans?
I think they need to be more consistent with their pace bowling, and they need to utilize their paces more wisely, because that's one area where they've been struggling. They're struggling with their spinners.
All right, we'll have to wait and watch if they're able to execute their plans like Marina said. Thank you so much, Marina and Vakar Bhai. It's yet another game in Lahore. In fact, it's the second last game that we have in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. We had Peshawar Zalmi playing yesterday, and they won in that last over. And we're now on to another one with some Zalmi fans in the house. Lots of cheers for Babar Azam. He's definitely a crowd favourite. No matter where he goes, which part of Pakistan you're in, there's always support for Babar Azam. Time to take a short break. Back just in a bit.